Good morning, Manna fam. How's everybody on this morning? This morning, now what? Now what? The cross is behind us. The empty tomb is behind us. Now what? Have you ever gone through some situations or dealing with whatever and you just says, now what? Whether it was that way or whether it was, now what? Either way, that's what we're talking about on this morning. It's a wonderful morning. How about this? It's a great morning. We are looking at the weekend. Finally, we made it to Friday. Friday. Thank goodness, thank God it is Friday, and I'm going to greet some folk, and then I'm going to give you the trailer for the sermon this Sunday. You already know it, whether you are a life changer or you just tag along with us. We're glad that you're part of the Man of Fam. You know, I got a word for you on this Sunday. You already know it. You already know it. Let me greet some folk and then get into the word on this morning. But answer the question. Have you ever been in this, now what? Oh my God, this has happened, that has happened, everything is happening. Now what? Or now what? Isn't it interesting how just dependent upon the tone and the expression, the language can mean so many different things. And now what? Now what? That's what we're going to talk about this morning. Let's get in it. Let's greet some folk this morning. It's a good morning. I wish you all could see my office. Oh my God. I know you see some trash, well, not trash, all kind of stuff going on here. I have thrown up the let me see. All of this. I don't know whether you can see all of that or not. I am in the throes of now what? even even in my office here in the basement, because I'm going through some things. I'm getting ready to write another book, for one thing, and another thing is I am just a moment of just sharing a little bit what's happening with me. Not only am I getting ready to write another book, I'm also getting ready to. I'm a certified coach, but I want to be a board certified coach. So I got to go through all of that learning to be a board certified coach. So many people out here talking about they're coach this, coach that. They don't have the credentials or what have you. That ain't me. But at any rate, got a lot of going on. And now what? Now what? Let's greet some folk, and we're going to get into the trailer for Sunday's message. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? Gerald, how are you on this morning? Lenore, how are you? You all are all in place um, with bright, shining faces. For this is the day that we will make a great day. That's what we used to sing in my kindergarten class a long time ago. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright, shining faces, for this is the way to start a new day. That's what Miss Clemens taught us, but you didn't ask for all of that. Good morning, Brenda. How are you this morning? Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you? Good morning, Vaughn. How are you? Good morning, Brother Nesbitt in the house. How you doing, Elder Jan, Laura? All you all, Jacqueline. How are you on this morning? Good morning. Good morning, Anna. How are you? Netta Love is in the house as well. I just want to ask you all in now that was my experience in kindergarten. Did you all learn a little song or something when you were in kindergarten? You know, Miss Clemens would be proud of me. She's with the Lord along with my mother. They were good friends, and that was my kindergarten teacher. That was Miss Clemens. Good morning, Joelle. How are you on this morning? Anne, how are you? Felicia, how are you? Erica, how are you? It is Friday. That's right. Shared. See there? Second post. Shared. I want y'all to get that. You know what? I'm throwing off for sure. Good morning, Deborah. How are you on this morning? Deborah Dorsey, how are you on this morning? Some of y'all, I don't know that you know how to share, but you know, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Pasha, how are you on this morning? Cynthia, how are you? Dana Man is in the house also. Winifred is here as well. Coach Dagny is here as well. Brenda is here. Let me get to Brenda's sister is here. Let me just do this. Now what? Now what? That's what we're going to talk about on this morning. Let me greet some more people and then I'm going to jump right into the word on this morning. Good morning, Thelma. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Lottie Dottie and everybody. Shirley, how are you? Benita is in the house as well. Bernice, let me get here. There we go. Bernice is here as well. But I asked this question earlier now. I sang this little kindergarten song that I remember, from 100 years ago when I was in kindergarten. And that's what Miss Clemens used to teach us. She said, "Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places. We're bright, shining faces. Well, this is the way to start a new day." Isn't that great? Isn't that great? That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it, Michael. You already know that's how we're going to do it. But this morning, let's get with it. It's all about what? Now what? Now what? Let's get with it.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Here it is. Here's the text. I'll give you the context, the talk, and then the takeaway. It's Acts 1, 3 through 11. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but you know this. This is where Jesus gathers them. It is the ascension story. He's ascending. Luke is telling the story. And he tells them to go to Jerusalem so they can get some power and that they can share the gospel to Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the uttermost parts of the world. Essentially, they are at this place, and now what? Now what? Let's give you the context. Let's paint the picture a little bit better so that you can grab of what is happening here. The disciples have just lived through the most emotionally exhausting 50 days in human history. Watch this. Listen. A crucifixion, burial, resurrection, and appearance after appearance after appearance after appearance. Jesus spends 40 days proving he's alive, restoring their faith, and reframing their expectations. But instead of setting up a kingdom for them, he assigns a mission for them. Now what? They're still pressing and processing the trauma that they've gone through. And Jesus says, go. I'm dealing with my trauma, Jesus, go. This ain't the point yet. I just give you the context. Second thing that is happening here, they're still asking questions, and Jesus gives commission. Hey, Jesus, what about this? What about that? Can you imagine a conversation about the trauma that they've experienced? Can you imagine that? Pull your seat a little closer. There's still more. They're still looking up, and heaven says, get moving. There's three things. Now what? Now what? And we need to grab a hold of this because we rush through Resurrection Sunday onto something else, but we got to look at now what? What in the wake of the trauma, in the wake of all of these things. The first thing is this: revelation ends, responsibility begins. Jesus presented himself alive in verse 3. But that revelation wasn't for comfort, it was for commission. God doesn't show you something just to shout and to have a shout. He shows you something so you can shift. Go ahead and shout around the church, but he really wants you to shift. You can't live off what God did. You've got to move into what God said. Grab that. I want you to grab that. Put it in the chat area. You can't live off of only of what God did. You got to move into what God said. Now what? Second thing is this: when you don't understand the timing, trust the assignment. When you don't understand the timing, trust the assignment. They ask, Lord, will you restore kingdom now? verse 6, Acts 1, 1 through 13 or so. Jesus basically said, that's above your pay grade, bro. It's above your pay grade. Stop trying to control seasons God didn't give you and start working the assignment he did give you. Because what? In verse 8, it's all about power. Power wasn't for status, it was for witness. Stop trying to say, okay, I'm in this season, that season. Begin to move in whatever season you find yourself in. Too many believers, if you will, are wrapped up only with the power, not the power of the witness. Here's the third thing I want you to grab a hold of. Now what? Now what? Now I'm dealing with my trauma. Now I'm dealing with all of those things. Now what do I do? The third thing is this. Stop looking up when it's time to step out. You still, why are you standing here gazing, is what the text says. Why are you standing here gazing? Now what? Why are you standing here gazing? Gazing at your trauma or at your navel? What does he say? As Jesus ascends, they just stand there looking, verses 10 through 11. Angels got to erupt them. He got to interrupt. Hey, guys. Hey, bros. Why are you standing here? Now what? Too many believers are stuck in awe, but not moving in action. You're stuck in awe, but you're not moving in action. You saw the miracle. Now go multiply the mission. You saw the miracle. Now what? You can't stay stuck in what God showed you. Is your takeaway. Move in what God sent you to do. Don't stay in what God told you. Now move in what he sent you to do. Now what? More Sunday. Don't miss it. 8 and 10. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday, the Life Changers, in the house of God or online, as well as Monday with more Morning Manna. God bless you. The Lord be with you. His face shine upon you. Give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. I'll see you Monday. God bless you.